Okay, so this is going to be the first installment of Straight Talk with Shawn. I want to address President Trump's State of the Union address last night. I think it was a great speech. I think he laid out a comprehensive immigration reform plan. But the thing I have a problem with is these no good black Democratic politicians. You saw the Congressional Black Caucus last night just sit there stone faced and not clap, even when their other Democratic counterparts clapped for working across the aisle and working together. This is the problem with black America, the black politician. They've hustled the black people for so long that the black people don't know what to believe anymore. Their districts are still poor, they're drug infested, they're crime ridden, and these people have been in office for 30 or 40 years. They haven't done anything for black people, continue to line their own pockets. They're just in it for themselves. They're not in it for the people. And the whole Democratic Party platform is built off racial diversity. I mean, it's sickening. The Democratic Party would not exist if they couldn't pit blacks against whites or minorities against whites. That's their whole platform. And it's pretty sickening that they don't want to help people, but instead they rather race bait and not try to help the people in their own communities. I mean, I've researched a lot of members of the Congressional Black Caucus, and their neighborhoods are still poor. They're even more poor now than they were than when these people got in office. So these people have done worse, and they haven't helped their neighborhoods at all. And President Trump is trying to bring people together, but these people refuse to work with him. I mean, President Trump has done more for black people than Obama did in 8 years. Black unemployment is the lowest it's ever been in history. Does President Trump get credit for that? No. But Obama did more for gay people and illegal immigrants than he ever did for black people, but yet they praise him like he's the Messiah. That's disgusting. The Congressional Black Caucus needs to get their heads out of their ass and work together to solve all of these problems. They need to start in their own communities, first off. But how can they be for illegal immigrants staying in this country that are clearly breaking the law when they've literally ruined a generation of black people with the Democrats, have ruined a generation of black people with their crime bills, President Clinton's 1993 crime reform bill. You've locked people up for decades for small amounts of drugs, but that's okay to the black Democrats. They're okay with ruining black families because that keeps black people on their voting for them, essentially. I mean, you tell them we're tough on crime and we'll give you Section 8 and food stamps, and it's okay. Just keep voting for us. We'll keep coming to your black churches every 4 years. That's the only time you see them. You don't see them any other time until it's election time. They come to your black church, they give your black preacher a little donation, and he lets the black Democratic politicians stand up there and pander to you while he's in the background smiling. So black Democratic politicians don't give a damn about black people. It's all about what they can do for themselves and what can they do to advance their own agenda. And they were wearing kente cloth last night because of the shithole comment. I mean, to be quite honest, if you look at it, these shithole countries in Africa, which they are, I mean, would you live there? They can relate back to the Congressional Black Caucus's own district. I mean, the countries in Africa, they have corrupt politicians that pillage the land for their natural resources and sell them to enrich themselves. That's exactly the same thing the black politician has done in the black community. It's like I said, they're drug-ridden, crime-infested, but the black Democratic politician keeps getting reelected and keeps getting richer. So what President Trump said on when he was running for office is, black people, what do you have to lose to vote for him? I mean, you don't have anything to lose to vote Republican, because the Democratic politician, especially the black Democratic politician, has been failing you for 60 years. And what do you have to show for it? I guarantee you today, you are better off than you were when Obama was in office. So that's my opinion on the Congressional Black Caucus and black politicians in general. They haven't done anything. They continue not to do anything, but yet their neighborhoods are getting worse. The kids are less educated, and the black community as a whole continues to go downhill. And none of that will change until you get these no good ass black Democratic politicians out of office.